This year's keynote speaker is Taylor Brazelton. Is Taylor? Oh, there you are. Taylor graduated not from just the traditional nursing program in 2010, but also from the Master's of Science in Nursing in 2014. Please welcome Taylor Brazelton.
Hi, everybody. I'm Taylor, like she said. First, I would like to congratulate you all on all that you have accomplished here at U of D. You all have worked so hard and you have so much to be proud of. I'm really honored to share this experience with you guys. I would like to tell you about my own journey here at U of D. Having attended Detroit Mercy for my undergrad and graduate studies, there have been times when I really felt like this place was my second home. I feel like my pride and my thankfulness for this university, as well as my profession, grow with each passing day. In 2006, I came to U of D from high school. I was volunteering at a local hospital and working as a nurse assistant, and decided that I wanted to continue making a difference in people's lives. The first things that come to mind when I think of my undergraduate nursing program are white scrubs, and we had to wear white top and bottom. Staying up too late studying, getting up too early, drinking too much caffeine, and books so heavy that it broke my backpack twice. Going through the nursing program was far from easy, and I'm sure that you all could agree. I've had my share of meltdowns, which my poor family could attest to, but I've also had my triumphs, all of which have shaped me into the nurse that I am today. I have learned firsthand that hard work does pay off. I've learned how to be professional, organized, and flexible, that multitasking and prioritizing are not just necessary for deciding which paper to work on or which care plan to write first, but that they are actually necessary life skills and even sometimes life-saving skills. My passion for learning and desire to provide meaningful nursing care grew as I progressed through the program. I do believe that this is a direct result of the faculty and instructors that have guided me. They have gone above and beyond the call of duty, even though there was times when I really just thought they were trying to torture us. They are really invaluable role models and truly motivating and inspiring. I will forever cherish the friendships that I have made with my classmates. They were the only ones who could really understand what I was going through, and they knew just the things to say. We shared some amazing experiences and many years of life together that have left imprints on my heart and bonds that cannot be broken. After graduating from the nursing program in 2010, I really began to miss going to school. And I know most of you cannot imagine feeling that way right now, but I did. And where else would I want to return to than UDM? I began my graduate studies in 2011 for nursing education and clinical nurse specialist. I was really excited to be back in school, and it was definitely a different experience than my undergraduate education. I worked closely with faculty to take greater responsibility and participation for my learning. I was empowered and encouraged. My new ideas felt important, and I felt empowered that I could, in fact, create change. I felt supported and equipped to really do something great. I have completed projects here at U of D which I previously thought that I wouldn't have been capable of. Working on my scholarly project at the end of my graduate program was one of the most rewarding experiences, but one of the most challenging. I was motivated to stretch and push myself harder in a unique way academically than I ever had to before. I could not be more proud or thankful for that opportunity. With great education, sometimes comes great sacrifice, and I'm sure you all agree, and some have probably given up more, including your time, missing out family events or activities, missing out on some hours at work, staying up late, being stressed, bringing your homework on every vacation, or never taking a vacation at all. But I wouldn't trade any moment of either program, except for maybe waking up at 4 a.m. for clinical and wearing the white scrubs. I'm so excited for all of you and this new chapter in your lives. I truly hope that you enjoy your future careers and every day brings you happiness. I hope that you look back upon your journey here at UDM and your education with big hearts and smiling eyes. Congratulations again, and happy Nurses Week.
Thank you, Taylor. It is my pleasure now to introduce to you Dr. Christine Pacini, the Dean of the College of Health Professions and the McAuley School of Nursing.
Thank you. Welcome to all, and in particular, I would like to begin by congratulating all of the graduates on this happy occasion. Also, I would like to acknowledge the many families, friends, and faculty who have supported these graduates throughout their journey during these rigorous programs. On behalf of all the McAuley School of Nursing faculty, staff, and administration, we are indeed very proud of every single one of you. I'd like to take a few moments to make a few remarks about your professional journeys going forward. After all, meaning of the word commencement is to begin. The meaning of the word transition is to change. Are there any people in the audience who like to bake? And I don't mean professionally, but who like to bake? Any bakers? Good. For those of you who do like to bake and are successful at it, you know that precise measurement is critical, as is the incorporation of key ingredients that ensure successful outcomes. Baking is not usually thought of as a chemistry activity, but it relies on the interactions of the various ingredients and required chemical reactions. See, chemistry comes back to haunt you. For example, yeast feeds on starch and sugars, releasing carbon dioxide, alcohol, and sugar, and those little CO2 bubbles give bread its fine texture. Baking powder is a combination of a strong base and with some hydrogen acid added, and this facilitates fluffiness. So what in the heck does any of this have to do with your future, with nursing? Well, it's kind of a metaphor and a message for all of you to be careful, deliberate, and precise as you craft your professional journey. With a license or advanced certification, you are entrusted by the citizens of the state of Michigan, or wherever you may choose to be licensed, to create the specific recipe for delivering high-quality nursing care to each individual, family, or community for which you have responsibility. So what key ingredients should you bring to the chemical reaction? As a professional registered nurse, an APRN, or a doctorally prepared nurse leader? First of all, I would suggest the concept of grasp, which is the ability to truly see a problem unique to the patient and to detect changing relevance. No matter what our level of practice is, our job is to monitor and detect and manage, or to monitor, detect, and refer for those things outside of our scope of practice. Secondly, I would offer clinical judgment. Decisions are based on concrete experience, informed by good science, and sensitive to patient responses. Third, I would suggest agency or advocacy, the ability to step up and speak up and take a stand for a patient. This can be difficult, but we are entrusted to be the voice of those we serve. Fourth, I would suggest knowledge. This work is not about opinions or feelings. Our patients and clients rely on our formal scientific knowledge coupled with practical and experiential knowledge. Frankly, as a patient, I want someone smart taking care of me. Fifth, I'm suggesting caring practice. This is the ability to see, to perceive, to connect, to engage, and to recognize there but for the grace of God go I. It is our honor and privilege to be welcomed into the lives of others when they are extremely vulnerable. To quote Ellen DeGeneres, "Be kind to everyone." There are many other ingredients, but the final one that I want to add is accountability. Frankly, you are nothing to me as a patient if I can't 100% rely on your integrity and your follow-through. My life is in your hands. So to sum up, be clear about your recipe and all the required ingredients. Focus on those and work on those. Most importantly, look for a position where your supervisor is a master chef and cares about your ongoing professional development. For those of you just beginning your nursing career, look for organizations that have residency programs. It's less important that you as a beginner work in the exact kind of patient care setting that you aspire to. It is more important early in your career to interview and seek and find a unit or environment or organization or manager that cares about and supports new grads. I am where I am today because of the brilliant support of my first manager, Jen Sutherland. I'll never forget that woman as long as I live. And trust me, I was a work in progress. Enjoy the creativity that goes with this work. Every encounter is unique. Revel in the wisdom of the patients and the families that you serve. They're an extraordinary resource. They aren't a problem and they're not a barrier. And finally, find your space for professional growth and personal happiness. I wish you only the very best. God bless you all.
I would like to
Excuse you, Dr. Escamilla, could you please stay where you are? Natalie Dumais, can you please come forward?
I knew there was something up.
Good evening. It is my honor to stand up here tonight to speak about a very special person who has impacted so many individuals in this room, including myself. The wonderful woman I am speaking of is Dr. Escamilla, or better known to us as Dr. E. I have known her for the past 4 years and have admired her sincerity and guidance since day one. Dr. E has not only acted as a leader and educator to all of us, as she has served as the assistant dean, but she has also exhibited a compassionate side to us as well. I'm sure all of you can attest to the kind of person Dr. E is. She has continuously advocated for her students over the years and places such an emphasis on student-centered education, which we are forever grateful. Perhaps one of the greatest things about Dr. E is the very high expectations she holds of her students, which has benefited us throughout the years. One of the most commented statements I hear about Dr. E is students' positive remarks about her timely response to emails, questions, and always being readily available to meet with students. As a nursing student, it can be difficult to keep up with all of the important due dates and requirements that we must fulfill each term. Dr. E always ensures that each requirement is completed in a timely and orderly manner. She is also always there to write letters of recommendation, resolve conflicts, and act as a support system in times of need. Dr. E even made it possible for 2 nursing professors to lead a group of students in a study abroad program to Dublin, Ireland for a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Not only has Dr. E outdone herself as an assistant dean, but she has also revealed a personal side to many of us. She has laughed and cried with her students. She exhibits compassion and empathy and truly helps students to succeed. I think when I say this, I can speak on behalf of all the students that we are so honored and blessed to have been able to get to know Dr. E over the past 4 years as our Assistant Dean. I know that my nursing school experience would not have been the same had it not been for her always advocating for nursing students and being our biggest supporter, especially with the Student Nurses Association. Dr. E, we all want to thank you for everything that you have done, not only for the students, but your colleagues in the McAuley School of Nursing over the years. On behalf of the McAuley School of Nursing, it is with the greatest honor that I present you with this award tonight as a small token for all that you have done for the students in the McAuley School of Nursing. We cannot thank you enough. We can have a round of applause for this phenomenal woman.
Thank you. I'm not going to say anything because I'll start crying, and I'm an ugly crier, so thank you again. Thank you. I knew there was something up when they snuck around me and put the flowers in there, and I said, oh boy, I hope those aren't for me. I would like to welcome Nancy Dillon, who is a member of the Alumni Association for the College of Health Professions. Please welcome Nancy Dillon.
It's a great pleasure for me to be here with you tonight to represent the thousands of nurses who have graduated before you from Mercy College of Detroit and the University of Detroit Mercy. These men and women have accomplished and are accomplishing great things all over the world, and they're in every field of nursing service: education, administration, clinical practice, military service, research in national and local arenas, clinical sites and universities, and work with the poor and underserved. You, when you begin your work, will be carrying on the great traditions that the spirit of the Sisters of Mercy, whose history is filled with founding, administering, and working in healthcare and education, particularly for the poor, ill, and uneducated, and by the spirit of the Jesuits, known for excellence in education and service. You could have no finer foundation. In less than 2 days, you will transition from students to join the ranks of alumni. I encourage you to be active, participating, involved alumni. Our school and our future nurses look to you to help continue the work of educating and mentoring future nurses and treasuring our heritage. Networking, participation in alumni activities, encouraging future students are all ways that you can serve with us and continue to give back. Sharing your time, treasure, and talents with other alumni, students, and future students help continue the work of education and the contributions to nursing that are our gifts to give. Finally, I hope that your nursing career will provide you with great satisfaction, challenges, and the opportunity to grow and continue learning. Transitioning from student to alumni is exciting and just the beginning of more opportunities. I congratulate you on behalf of all the other alumni. Let me be the first to say, welcome, alumni.